Yo, what's up YouTube? You know who I am. And today I got a new video, and this is a new interesting cards of the week, number 2. And the week is June some shit, and here we go. We're gonna start off the cards with a card that comes in Judgment of the Light, or Jodl as I like to call it. And it's called Trans-Tarn. Now, what this card does is, it's just a normal spell, and send one monster you control to the graveyard. And then you special summon one monster from your deck with the same attribute and type, just with one level higher. And you can only activate one of these per turn. So this card is really good in like so many decks, like Infernities. I mean, like you have a Necromancer, and you special summon an Archfiend with this thing, and then you get a Search. Or you can do it in Karakuri. You know, they play 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. You can play it in Blackwings. They play 1 value, I guess, 2, 3, 4, 5 Inzectors, but they already play Imitation, but you know, this is good too. You can play Agents, you have Earth, Venus, Jupiter, all that shit. Chronomaly, I think I'm the only one that plays Chronomaly, but they play 3, 4s, and 5s. Constellars, I guess, play 3s. You go Sheridan, Search, and then you play this, you get like a level 4 or some shit. Fire Fist, also, it's like the version where they play Leopard. That's a good version. Light Sworn, they play fucking 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. Six Sams, they play 3s, 4s, 5s, I guess. It's a really good card. It's very splashable in a lot of decks, and I guess you can have a lot of fun with this card when it comes out in Judgment of the Light. And you know, it's so splashable. It's such a good card. You know, think about what you're gonna run it in. Test it in a lot of decks, see how it is. I think it's a very good card, has a lot of potential. Next card is That Wacky Magic, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this card because of the stupid name it has, but you actually know what it does. What it does is you banish all spell cards from your graveyard, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls with defense less or equal to the number of banished cards that you banish from this, times 300. So let's say you have 5 spell cards in your graveyard, you banish all of them, so that's 5 times 300, that is 1500. You destroy all monsters on your opponent's side of the field with 1500 or less defense. And I guess this card's good in spell books because they play a lot of spell books, but I don't know if you want to banish them, but you know, it's also good because like if you're going for game, you can just get rid of the whole field and go splat. Also Fire Fist, they play a lot of spells, I think. It's just it's an interesting card, and I think it's really interesting. It has some potential that could be played in some decks, you know, to get rid of some low-level monsters like, I don't know, Dragosack tokens or something. There's a lot of, maybe something will come out in the future with 0 defense and they just spam the board, and it's a good card maybe to think about in the future. Next card is called Sage of Silence. It's a fucking old-ass card. It's a 4-star light spellcaster, and it has 1400 attack, 1000 defense, and what it does is, if this card destroys the opponent's monster by battle, your opponent cannot activate spell cards during their next turn. And wow, this is a good card. Spellbooks, counters against them. And spellbooks can even play this, because it is a spellcaster. It does get boosts from Star Hall, and you can spellbook of power this card. And it's a very good card. Even if you're not playing spellbooks, you can still maybe side this in, hit a Magician or a Jowgen, and maybe you can get this off. It's a pretty good card to think about putting in your side deck against spellbooks, so there you go. And now another spellbook side card, I guess, could be Whitehorn Dragon, and it's a dragon, so E-Dragons you could put this in, I guess. And it's a 6-star dragon, 2200 attack. And when it's normal summon or special summon, you can target up to 5 spell cards your opponent in your opponent's graveyard. You banish those targets, and if you do, it gains 300 for each banished. So obviously they're going to have like 5 spellbook cards in their graveyard. So you just, boom, banish 5 of them, and he gains the attack. He's going to get up to pretty big. I think it's like 3700. That's pretty big. And you know, it's just an interesting card to think about. Again, this is like the spellbook episode, you can say. And so, yeah, it's just an interesting card, Whitehorn Dragon. Think about it. Okay, now for the comment section of the video, where you guys leave your comments and I talk about them, and I give you guys shout outs. And in the next video, you leave comments on this video, and I'll shout you guys out again. So, the first comment we have is from Ojama Jammer. He says, Penguin Soldier. gets rid of Ophion, just won't save its ass. And helps against dragons too. Yes, Penguin Soldier is a very good card. When it flips bounce 2, and Jess can't save it because Penguin Soldier targets on like activation, it targets as a cost, and when Dress activates, it's already targeted, the monster that you want to bounce, it's already targeted, so Dress can't not save you there. So it gets rid of Ophion and something else they have. It also gets rid of like Dragosack. What am I doing this for? Dragosack gets rid of that shit. It's a very good card to think about. Penguin Soldier. It's also water, so you can put it in like Mermails. You can search for it with Dragoons. Who knows? It's a good card. I like it. Okay, so the next comment is from Swampert11100, and he says heavy slump for card for the decks that consistently search and plus like spellbooks. So if you don't know what heavy slump does, is if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand, you put them all back and draw 2. So it's like a -6 for them or a -5, and yeah, -6. And so basically it's a pretty good card, but it's pretty situational in the fact that they have to have 8 cards in hand, but it is possible with spellbooks, but it's only really possible with spellbooks. But you know, when you get this off, it's very dirty. It's so good, you probably win the game once you do it. Very good card. If you can get it off, I believe you should. I don't know. There's a lot of other good cards, but this card's it's okay. You can put it in, and if you get it off, it'll be crazy. And the last comment is from Jake Vlud, some name I can't pronounce, sorry, but he says deck lockdown against spellbooks, dragon rules, and fossil dino. Oh yeah, so first of all, deck lockdown is a very good card. Neither player can add cards to their hand except by drawing them, and monsters cannot be special summoned from the main deck and destroy this card during your second standby phase. So that's so good. They can't add cards except for drawing them, which means when dragon rulers are banished, they can't add. When spellbooks, they do anything they can't add. And also monsters cannot be special summoned from the main deck, which is Spellbook of Judgment when they go Justice. Also dragons when they go mini dragons. It's a very good card. I mean, if you're going to nationals, everybody's going to be playing either dragons or spellbooks. You can main deck lockdown, and it would be so good if you're not playing those 2 decks, but I swear everybody's going to be playing them. So to be ready, main deck this shit. It's going to be fucking crazy. It's a good card. Also put the side deck. Also, he said Fossil Dino. Fossil Dino is a very good card. You know, just summon it or set it. Either way, you're good, and gets rid of the whole field special summon. Very good card. I like to just summon it and then protect it, and that's a very good way to win, because a lot of decks can't get over that, and it's a very good card if you can protect it. Okay, so that's the video, guys. Be sure to like the video, and don't forget to comment down below of what you think should be in the next video. You know, just write a comment down about an interesting card that you think is interesting and very good that people don't know about. Write it down, and I'll shout you guys out like I did this video in the next video. So that's it, guys. I'm out. Peace.